ways to go, but we've had a great first week. Getting a couple scrimmage situations. Now we're starting to get through. Now that we're done with our install, starting to get some situational football, some 2-minute offense, some 4-minute, some different situations, putting our guys in. We've gone through some third down and red zone and normal downs. And now that the installs have kind of slowed down, now it's time to start featuring players and packages. Jackson being out, Mike being out, Marcus being out, that can't be an excuse for us. I mean, the time for excuses is over. It's been over. We've got to go out and perform. So guys like John Harris are getting a ton of reps. Kendall Sanders is getting a ton of reps. Bryant Jackson, DeJay Johnson has done a great job in camp thus far. Those guys are being forced to play a ton of reps at a high speed. So we've had to practice carefully, but those guys have done a good job in those guys' absence. And we always tell our guys, if you're good enough, you're old enough. It's always tough from the physical standpoint because there's so much press and things. You're getting up on the line of scrimmage, much more physical play in college than you are in high school. But in terms of learning, it doesn't seem to be extremely difficult. Now, they've had their lumps and they've made their mistakes, but day one, you didn't see very much of it. You saw maybe 1 or 2 from a guy. Day 2, you get a little bit more install. Their head's still above water. Day 3, they're still above water. You get all the way to day 5, day 6 when you put in your red zone, your short yardage, and your goal line, and those guys are still bobbing above water. So, it's credit to Coach Wyatt, it's credit to those guys during the summer, it's credit to some of the older players during the summer who teach them and watch tape with them. So, I'd say right now it's been pretty easy for guys to come in and play.
I like the intensity that we're practicing with. I think we've picked up where we left off in the spring, which picked up from where we left off in the weight room in January and February, and just been a continual process of just upping the intensity level in which we do everything, and that's just been fun to watch the guys work through a very, very physical first week of practice through the weekend. It's been a great week. You're seeing what you'd expect out of your older guys. Adrian Phillips picked up where he left off in the spring. Jackson Jeff Coach doing a great job up front. Jordan Hicks, Carrington Bynum. I mean, just the usual suspects of guys that should be playing the best ball of their careers. We're all doing that, but as a coach, you're really looking at the whole group, and I'm really pleased with how everybody's developing. Our team, which has more maturity, and we can raise the expectations on the kids and what we expect out of them, and then they've raised their expectations of what they expect not only out of each other but out of their teammates. That's a big part of it. Is when you're young and you're not sure you know the answer yourself, it's hard to really demand the guy next to you knows the answer. But when you grow up and all of a sudden you start looking around and you realize that you're dependent on the guy to your right and to your left, you start asking different questions of that guy, and that's what you can see with certainly with us defensemen. I think it's the entire football team.